So in this video, it will be very short. We're going to talk about what is box sizing. So box sizing property allows us to include padding and the border in an element's total width and height, right? Now, without doing anything, maybe someone of you is more advanced and say, why you didn't put in the reset? So if I go here, if I go in a SAS folder, if I go in a reset, here we are doing that. We are making box sizing and we are including pseudo elements and stuff like that. Now, I'm just gonna tell you a little quick what's the story behind that, and I'm gonna tell you why we haven't included, because even if we do, I'm gonna show you, but that will not make change, because in our public app.css, if you go Control F or Command F and look for box sizing, is already there. It's set to border box. Now, box sizing property allows us to include a padding and a border in an element total width height, right? Now, without this box sizing property, what will happen? Will happen that the padding width will, so the element will have this one. The width and the height will be calculated. Width plus height plus borders and stuff like that. So we don't want that to have, for example, if we do have two same elements here, I'm just gonna show you why we need these box size border properties. Let's put it in the landing page. So in the landing page, what we can do, what we want, ideally, we want to have div. You don't have to write it, you need to watch this only lecture. So div1, and the next class will be div2. So what we basically want, when we apply some styles here, I'm going to in the main.scss and I'm going to put some styles. So I'm going to say div1 here. You don't have to do this, just this is for testing. 300 pixels with 450 pixels, and border is 1 pixels. Let's put it 3 pixels, solid green. And I'm gonna copy this one and I'm gonna apply the similar styles to the div number 2, and this one should be yellow. Very good. Now if I save it, this should work a little bit in the background, and I should have the two divs here. Here they are. Now they're exactly identical. Why? Because width, this is width box sizing property set, right? Otherwise, if we put here, let me just show you, if we put padding here to 450 pixels, the padding will not increase the size of this here div. Otherwise, you would see a div with bigger borders. So you will have the two div elements with the different width and height. Now, that is box sizing property solves that. Box sizing set to border box of the element, and that will allow us to include the padding and the border to the total width and the height of this element. That's it. Simple as that. It's very hard to explain, but simple as that. Now, in our reset, if you're more advanced developer here, you will see in the most resets, you will see that when we start the reset, we say HTML. So now you can do this. You don't need to do this because it's already there. Box sizing to border box. And also we need to include it to the before and after. So I'm just going to show you how was that done to this one. And we're going to copy from there. Here it is. So you can copy that one and put it there. Now if I save this one, it's not going to change much because we already have this universal box sizing. Now, if you're working on different projects and if you don't have Bootstrap here, loading, things like that, you must do this. Now in our case, it's irrelevant. It will work. It's working without that because the box sizing is already there. And yeah, we don't need to include it. Even most of the resets pretty much done, but I want to show you because in some other projects, you need to put a reset. And yeah, that is pretty much for this one. We don't need that part. That was just for showing, and main content should stay there. I should refresh and everything should be done. Now this one is still loading. Okay, it's done. So in the next lecture, we're going to continue working with our project. Probably we're going to add some font, so you will now learn how to import a font here in Laravel. So thank you very much. See you in the next lecture.